I never said that.
So
So
you're
why
not
would
even
I have?
asserting that it's translated correctly? So like what's this validity behind it?
And let me prove that it's translated by words. Wait.
Yeah, actually, could you tell me what chapter it's stated on?
It's chapter 364 to the end.
364? Okay. 364, I'm going on manga. See, let's see.
Yo, you gay.
How am I gay? I'll show you this from the Viz translation. And nowhere does the Viz translation have that. I sent the Viz translation, by the way.
What's the topic?
Kakazu versus Gen.
Shit. Hey, there's another statement. No need for that. Okay. There's another statement for this. Let me go to the data book.
Yeah, just don't send any blurry shit like the first thing you said.
Oh, I said the full scan, didn't I?
Nigga, that was so
Hey,
bad. Yo, so chick skins one, nigga.
Prove that.
It's stated.
Prove that. Prove it
Okay,
stated.
sure.
Yeah.
Let's
You
drop
can send
it
it in VC scans. By the way, tell me, is my mic at a pretty good volume right now? Like, it's good. Look, I heard people complaining, like when they were saying RCW, they told me my mic was a little bit loud, so that's why you banned me at first, because it sounded like I was ear ripping, correct? Bubbles?
What's up?
Okay, I remember they said you banned me at first, like, because my mic was a little bit too loud, right?
I banned you because you would just be like blatantly trolling and
No,
being
like I mean,
annoying.
like you said, like when I like sneezed in the mic, I remember, and
Oh,
I
you
was like,
started
that
like
was
fake
another reason.
coughing into the mic. That pissed me off. But anyways, here's the scan.
No,
So
it
it just
wasn't
says you
fake
can.
coughing.
I,
Like
I I
I was
really
sick
don't
around that
care,
time.
honestly. But here's the thing where it says that
I
you
was
can
just
upgrade in
clearing
stats.
it up. So is my mic a
Cool.
little bit better now?
Yeah, it's fine. Here's the thing where it says that
Okay,
you get an
perfect.
upgrade in stats due to the environment.
Let's see this. Okay. What is this? This domain expansion environmental constructed with cursed energy and manifested through cursed techniques. The domain you guys experienced at the facility was an unfinished one that wasn't manifested using a cursed technique. Cursed technique. Blah blah blah. Constructing cursed technique can be worth it. First off, you get to upgrade stats due to the environment. What type of stats are they referring to?
It doesn't really matter
By
which
the way,
stats. It's
before
just an
we
upgrade
before we
in
go on,
stats.
and by the way, before we go on, I'd like to say, who do you want to be the judge?
We can decide that after. I really don't care about that right now. But
Oh, okay,
so
sure. Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't really matter which stats. I
I
just
mean,
boosts at least one of your stats.
also, what do you mean by stats? What do you mean by
Like
stats?
I would say physical attributes probably because that's like
How do you
you
know
know
that's the stats they're referring to within the scan?
because domains are used in a fight. So something that would
How do
decide
you
a
know
fight
they're
like
referring
that.
to physical stats? Do you think fights are just purely physical most of the time?
No, but domains don't
No,
like
it's okay.
it.
So if
Oh
that's
my
the case,
God,
then
they
how do you
didn't
know
let me finish.
specifically
You
they're
didn't let me
talking about
finish.
that?
You didn't let me finish.
Because you answered
It's
the
because
question I asked, and now I'm
yeah,
gonna
but I was
continue.
gonna add
So how do
context to
you
the
know they're
answer.
referring to a physical
Yeah,
thing?
the reasoning is that
The
domains.
question I
Oh my
asked
God,
doesn't require any
it.
nuance. Like, if it
Yes, it
doesn't require
does.
any nuance, then
Oh
that
my God,
means, right?
you're about to see why it
Nuance
does.
means that it's more than a yes or no.
You're
The
about to
thing
see why
is,
it does matter.
hmm?
The reason it does
Okay,
matter
explain
is
to
that
me why it matters.
I'm literally explaining right now, and you keep
Okay, and
talking
I'm
over
saying
me.
to continue,
Okay,
so go.
yes. The reason that it would not mean your like abilities or something else like that, right?
Mhm.
There's domains don't literally amplify your abilities. They just like graph your curse technique within a
Yeah,
large
prove
area.
that. Prove that.
He literally says right there
This is
that
what
what
he
it
says
does is that it
specifically,
graphs your
words
curse
for word,
technique.
Bubbles. He says, what? What is this? This domain expansion, an environment constructed with cursed energy and manifested through a cursed technique, right? The domain you guys experienced at the facility was an unfinished one that wasn't manifested using a curse technique. Like I've read this multiple times, Bubbles.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
specifically stated that you get an upgrade in stats due to the environment. But I'm asking in
Yes.
context to what would these stats specifically
Yes.
be?
I'm
Right
trying
now
to
you're giving me
explain.
an inductive implication. No, shut your mouth, because I am not done. Okay. Right now you're giving me an inductive reasoning. And I'm saying that this inductive reasoning is only required and is only necessarily entailed to be plausible given the context that you prove it's within your context. So
Okay.
I'm saying for you to prove it's in your context, or else I don't care. It doesn't matter to your point if it's not in your context. Do you understand now?
Oh my god, I knew what you were saying from the beginning. You don't have to go through that entire
Okay,
speech.
then prove
Right?
your point and stop
Oh my
forcing me to
god, I'm
repeat.
literally trying to talk and you keep
It
talking
doesn't
over
matter what
me.
you're trying to do. I'm saying
I
for you to
keep tr-
talk now.
Oh my god. So are you just gonna
So
speak over
speak.
me, or are we gonna actually
So
hold the proper
speak.
dialectic?
So
Okay.
speak.
Okay. The reason this shit would be stats likely is that whenever characters have gotten domains in the series, like with Mahito, it just increased the range of idle transfiguration, right? With Dogon, it just made the hit instant, like we see, and then made it over a large area. With Megumi,
Okay,
it just took
prove
his
that.
10 shadow. You want me to just drop the scans of them using their domains and doing
That's
that?
what proving means. I'm asking for
Oh my
substantiation
god.
behind
Why
the
are
specific
you
point.
being such a spurt?
Because you just
Like, what's
asked
wrong
a
with
dumb
you?
question. I just told you prove that. Then you weren't to
Claim
ask
multiple
me. Does this mean
things.
drop the
So I was
scan?
trying to oh my
What do
god.
you mean
I claim
specification is not needed? If I'm saying to substantiate on a specific point requiring a scan,
I
such as a claim made within the series, and that means that
but
substantiation
I
would have to be a
claim
claim.
multiple things.
So
I
regardless,
claim
it doesn't
multiple things.
matter. What you claimed right now was that it amps your physical, and you're giving implications based off the feats that we've seen in this. So I'm saying
Okay.
if you're giving implications based
my
off the
God.
feats that's this, then you need to give me a scan of it being this feat. So I'm saying it doesn't require any more context than what you had said. So it doesn't matter. Now get me the
Oh my
scan and
god.
stop trying to strawman.
I'm literally trying to drop the scans. The reason I said this
Is
was
me
the
talking saying
let
is me
me
talking
holy
no.
shit.
Is
Let
me
me finish.
talking stopping you
Let
from
me
dropping the
finish.
scan?
No,
You just
it's
said you're
not.
trying
I
to, it
never
doesn't
said it
matter.
was.
Okay, if it's not to finish it, give me context of what the scan says.
Oh my god. I'm literally dropping the shit you asked me
You
for.
already did
And
drop
I'm
it,
just
so
trying.
prove the context of what it says.
Huh? Mahito says that
The
it just
context of what
graphed
it
his
says.
idle transfiguration across a large area so that like Nanami's literally in the
Let me
palm of his
read
hand
this.
right now. Or maybe
Let me
Nanami
read
says that
this.
part. It doesn't really matter though.
Let me read this. Let's see. It's a constructed area with cursed energy. Once trapped inside, all hits are fatal and cannot be evaded. It's also a technique that I was ever able to master. Most likely, his curse technique that messes with the one is a soul has a condition. He must touch his target with the palm of his hand while he's in base form. But if I'm in his domain where I'm helpless against attacks, that means I am now literally in the palm of his hands. Why is he referring to a physical stat? Right now
I
within
never
this...
said that. That's not what I said. You're strawmanning.
Okay, well that's a lie. So,
No,
what's it called?
you're not understanding my argument. What I said
Okay,
is
we
that
can ask
domain.
everyone in chat. Everyone in chat. Wait. Everyone
No,
in
you're
chat.
not.
Yes or no?
No,
Wait.
I don't care
Everyone
what
in
chat
chat.
says.
Yes or no?
I don't
Did I
care what
ask
chat
him? Does
says.
it help
I
physical
don't care what
stats?
chat says.
Does it ask physical stats?
No.
Or didn't he
Archimedes.
say it requires
Archimedes.
physical stats? Yes or
Oh
no?
my god.
Oh, Fresh said yes. Okay. How about you
I did
guys?
say
What do you guys
you're not
think?
understanding
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
saying.
Yes.
No,
Then
Archimedes.
talk properly.
You're
Then
missing the
talk
point of the scan.
properly. You
Okay,
just
let
claimed
me
that it was
explain.
physical stats. Did you
Yes,
or did you
in the,
not?
yes, I
Yes. Oh,
did,
that
but you're
means
not
I
understanding
was
the
right.
point.
You just
No,
claimed
you're
yes.
not understanding the point. You're not
No, it's a
understanding the
yes or
point.
no. Are
Let
you
me
just being
explain.
logically inconsistent now?
Let me explain, right?
No,
The reason let me explain. The
I just
reason I
said
dropped the
yes. You
scan.
can go ahead and explain.
Okay. The reason I dropped this scan is this scan does help prove that it is physical stats, right? This particular scan
Okay.
does not say it's physical stats, right? But the reason it helps me prove it is I claim that the like stat buffs is not in reference to like sorcerer's abilities and stuff, and these scans are to help prove it's not in reference to abilities.
Okay.
And then
Now
the
you can
previous
say
scan.
it's
Let me
helping
finish.
you
Let me
prove this.
finish.
No.
Let
You
me
can
finish.
say it's
Let me
helping
finish.
you prove
Let me
this,
finish.
but I'm
Let me
asking you
finish.
to
Let
prove
me
that it
finish.
does prove
Let me
it.
finish.
Now, can
Let me
you prove
finish.
it proves
Let
me?
me
Yes
finish.
or no?
Yes.
Can you prove
Okay.
it proves it? Yes
Yes.
or no?
I'm gonna explain why.
Go
The
for
reason
it.
it would explain that is because what happens in these scans is these characters just use abilities they can already use in their base form and just do it over a wider area.
Okay, why does this have any physical superiority over the opponent or victim of the environmental hacks?
That's not what I said. What I'm saying is that their
It
domain
says
expansion.
specifically in your
Oh
scan.
my god, let
Right?
me
This is
finish.
what Hanami state. Shut up.
You're not letting
It
me
says
talk. You're
specifically,
literally not letting
right,
me
that
finish.
he's in the palm of his hands
You're
due
not
to him
letting me
having an
finish.
environmental superiority.
You're literally just not letting me talk.
Now, as I've said before, if he has an environmental superiority, why does this imply physical superiority? You already said that you're using these scans to help you buff physical stats. So I'm saying if it's helping you buff physical stats and it's only showing an environmental superiority, explain why that equivocates, right, to supposedly some physical superiority.
Oh my god. The reason it equivocates to that is the first scan is my evidence for physical superiority, and then you try to include the alternate interpretation. I'm trying to explain. Stop talking over me.
Say what it says in the first scan.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. I brought up the first scan, and you gave an alternate interpretation. I am trying to debunk the alternate interpretation so that my interpretation stands as true, right?
Your interpretation would only be true given if you prove that the scans fit your context. Yes or no?
God. Yes,
no, yes
I'm trying to prove that. Yes,
so
I'm trying to prove that.
Have to prove that. Right now, you're just
restating what your burden of proof is.
I don't care for a restamp. I don't care for a reply of what the burden is. I care for you proving that.
I'm literally doing that right now. Okay, the reason it's proven is I'm debunking the alternate interpretation. That's the way I'm proving it.
Okay. Now, this alternate interpretation would only be debunked if you prove that your scan is referring to a physical superiority, not referring to the
not what I need to prove. That's not what I need to prove. No, if you're going to talk over me, then we're going to have an 8-match, Archimedes. This is what you learned me. You don't understand what I'm saying.
Specifically says an environmental superiority. Now, will only be proven that it's supposedly referring to some type of physical superiority if his implications and if his scans that he supposedly set to prove his implications are correct. Now, as all of you guys can see, I'm asking him to prove these implications, and I'm asking him to prove that these things fit your specific context. Yet he has yet to do that.
Okay, yeah. So the issue with Archimedes is doing is that he's trying to get me to prove the original scan fits the context of what I'm saying. And then he's ignoring the idea that, let me finish. Oh my god. So wait, you want me to prove that the later scans prove that these characters are using abilities they can already use in base?
No, Bubbles, I'm not going to tolerate this. What did I just say? What did I
say? You said that I need to show that it's in the context of what I'm saying.
What did I just say?
Oh my god, I have a stutter. Shut the fuck up, right? The reason you said you wanted me to prove that like the scans I'm using fit the context I'm using, right?
I want you to prove that your supposed scans, which you said, in set to prove your context, right? Such as him saying that his supposed environmental hacks equivocate to those physical superiority. You sent a scan, right, of Hanami or whatever his name is. I think his name's Nanami, right? It's Nanami stating that about how Mahito's environmental hacks supposedly makes him helpless and forces him in some type of his bare hands or his palm hands. Now, why is this helplessness, which is the only thing you'd have to be referring to in this, because there's no other things that fit the context, unless you're planning on being a sophist here. Why does this specific statement of him saying he was helpless refer to him being physically helpless? That is what you need to prove, because that is the only implication context in this, unless you're willing to speak for the VC and say what other thing it could mean, or unless you're willing to drop the scan. Go.
Okay, you are misunderstanding the point of the scan, right? The scan of Nanami talking about Mahito is not to directly prove that domains amplify your physical stats. What it is meant to do is oh my god, I said that the point of the second scan with Nanami and Mahito is not directly leading to the conclusion that it gives you higher.
That's why I said it's an induction. I'm asking why is your plausibility supposedly the case? It's a straw man to what I said. I already understand.
Archimedes,
oh my god, I said inductive. No one said I was saying deductive. Deductive or deduction means that it's specifically referring that it directly necessarily leads to the conclusion. I said that you're claiming an induction, which implies the conclusion. That's why if you heard, and that's why the VC can attest, I asked, right? So, I asked, why does your specific scan directly lead to this implication? Now, before I go on, before I finish, do you know what implications are? Do you know what implications are?
What are
implications? What are implications?
Implications are something you can it would be something inferred from like a piece of evidence or something, right?
Wrong. That's called an inference. An implication is deduced matter given the best topic or given the best context of what you're trying to do. Okay, so in this case, if you're saying it's an implication, it logically follows, which I can send you a book on this, by the way. It logically follows that it's implied. Okay, so if it's fine, then that means this is what you're going to do. Okay, Bubbles? Right now,
That's not what I
you are
said.
going to
Okay.
look at your scan and explain to me and the VC why exactly this implication fits your context. Or
Okay.
how about this, for a matter of
I've
fact?
tried to
Before
say
you
that
get ahead of
3
yourself, how
times,
about you
and you
even
keep speaking over
explain
me.
why this specific thing fits your context? You keep complaining that I'm
Okay.
speaking over you, and you keep complaining that I'm yelling at you.
You're not letting me
But the thing
talk.
is, every time you say you're going to do your context, this is what you do. You go over what your burden of proof is.
That's
I'm
not
not
what I'm
asking
doing.
for you to reset your
You're
burden of
not
proof.
understanding my argument.
I understand your argument, but I'm not asking
No.
for a
Oh my God.
resubstantiation of your argument.
Okay,
What I'm
how about you let
asking
me
for
finish so you can
specifically
understand
is
it?
for you to prove that your implication is more plausible than mine, which would be given the context of your scans. So can you do that?
Okay.
Yes or no? Are you capable
Oh
of
my
doing
God.
that?
Yes, if you just let me finish, I'll
Then do
explain it.
it.
Let me finish. Do you agree to let me finish so I can actually talk?
If you agree
Or are you
to
gonna
do
be a
what you
bitch?
need to do, then sure.
Okay, cool. The reason this proves what I'm saying is because you try to bring up an alternate interpretation to debunk my interpretation of it being physical stats.
What interpretation did I bring up?
You brought up the idea that it could be something else rather than physical stats,
Do you know
right?
what an interpretation is? Oh my god, he's literally stupid. Do you know what interpretation is?
Interpretation is the way you would like use a piece of
You said
evidence.
an interpretation of your argument. Your argument, right?
I
You
said
haven't presented
interpretation
your
is
argument.
scan.
You
You're not
asked me
understanding
a
what
question. Okay, the scan.
you're
Right? I'm not
interpreting the
arguing
scan
and not
differently than
giving a
me.
interpretation of what the entirety of the scan can mean. I'm simply saying that you're trying to say that this specific word, stats, is denotatively referring to physical superiority. When
And
it
I'm
says that I
trying
have
to
stats.
explain, and you keep talking
Now,
over
what I'm
me.
saying is for you to prove that this denotatively refers to it. Do you understand
Okay.
what that means?
Yes, and I'm trying to explain that.
Then
And you
do
keep
it.
talking over me. Okay, the reason it would mean that in this case is the other alternative would be something like abilities. However,
Oh, so you accept this is the other alternative?
I just think it's unlikely. It's possible, it's just unlikely.
Okay,
And I'm trying to
perfect.
explain
Now,
why.
do you
So
know what
the reason,
necessity
let
and
me finish.
possibility is?
Let me
Do you know what
finish. Let me
necessity and
finish.
possibility
Let me
is?
finish. I know
Do
I'm
you
not
know
done
what
talking.
necessity is and
I don't
possibility
care.
is?
I'm gonna keep talking.
Necessity
You're
and
talking. No,
possibility,
you haven't let me
right,
finish. No,
means that
shut the fuck up. No,
necessity
I haven't
means that
finished
the
talking,
negation is
Archimedes.
impossible, and
Archimedes,
impossible means
stop
that the
talking over me.
negation is
Stop talking
necessary.
over
If
me.
you're saying
No,
that
shut the fuck
specifically,
up.
that this
Why do you
specific
keep speaking
scan,
over me? No,
that
why are
this
you speaking over
scan,
me,
it is
Archimedes?
possible
Archimedes,
for it
no,
to
you can't
refer
just
to
do
this
this.
other
We're
thing,
not holding a
that
proper
means it's
dialectic.
not
Archimedes,
denotatively
no,
meaning
you
that.
can talk
It's
when I'm
not
done talking.
denotatively meaning that if
Archimedes,
that's the case.
shut up.
It's not
Archimedes, shut
denotatively
the fuck
meaning
up.
that if that's
I
the
literally don't
case.
care about what you're
If
saying.
it
You keep
denotatively means
talking over me.
that means it's
Archimedes,
necessary.
shut the fuck up.
Okay, hold on. Do you want me to moderate? Because I agree. Use like, hold on. Why are you guys muted? Why'd you get muted? What the fuck? Hold on. Who muted Bubbles and Archimedes? Someone. How do I unserver mute? I don't know. It's my MacBook. Someone unserver mute Bubbles and Archimedes.
I'm serving you now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so why do you
Oh,
talking over
all
me?
right. So, do
I
you want me to
wanna
moderate?
finish fucking Archimedes first.
Yeah, you moderating, that'd be pretty cool.
Okay.
To finish what I'm saying, and then he
No,
can
I was
properly
talking first. Shut the fuck up,
review
bitch.
what I
was
said.
talking first.
Basically,
No, shut
right?
up. No,
This is what's
Archimedes,
happening.
stop speaking over me.
Bubbles
I
is
was
having a
speaking first.
panic
I
attack
was
right
speaking
now
first.
because he's
I was
getting
speaking
mad.
first. Shut the fuck
Are
up.
you done having a
I
panic
was
attack
speaking
now,
first.
Bubbles?
I was speaking
Are you
first.
done
Let me
having a
speak.
panic
Let
attack
me
now,
speak, and
Bubbles?
then I'll calm down.
Are you
Let me
mad?
speak, and then I'll stop.
Are you
Let me
mad,
speak.
Bubbles?
Yeah, I'm
Can I
pissed. I
refer
don't
to
like when
what you
people talk
said,
over me.
Bubbles?
No,
Are you
let me
mad?
finish.
Oh,
Let
you're
me
really
finish.
mad?
Let
You're
me
mad
finish,
over
Archimedes.
Discord.com?
Archimedes,
Is
let me
this really
finish.
the case?
Let me
Are
finish.
you mad?
Let me finish.
Are you
Let
done
me finish.
talking?
Let
Are
me
you done
finish.
talking?
No,
Are you
I'm not done
done?
talking. Let
Are
me
you
finish.
done?
Let me
Are you
finish my
done?
sentence.
Oh, we
You're
let you
not even letting me
finish.
talk.
Oh, you're really
You were
mad, aren't you? Oh, you're
pissed.
really
I'm
mad, aren't
pissed
you?
because I don't like
Oh,
when people
you
talk
are?
over me.
Oh, a
It's just because I'm being
14-year-old
so
kid is
pain
making
ass.
you mad? Oh, he's really making you
Oh
mad,
my
huh?
god. Yes,
That's
because I
really
don't like when
crazy.
people talk
Oh,
over me.
wow, you're
It
really
annoys
letting a
me.
14-year-old kid make you mad over
Yeah, because when you
All
talk
right.
over me, it pisses me the fuck
Hold
off.
on. What the fuck? Word. All right. So, yeah. I don't know how to mute people, but I'll just disconnect you if that's my moderation, I think. Yeah. Now I'm gonna let Socrates back up. Just say your point, okay?
Okay, what I'm trying to say is that the alternate interpretation, whilst possible, is unprobable. The alternate interpretation being that abilities are what he's referring to when he says a stats amp. This is not probable because when people open domains within the series, we see them just use abilities they already have in their base form just over a wider area, which is just in reference to the whole grafting your curse technique within the domain. So I would say it is more probable that a stats amp is in reference to their actual physical abilities. You keep asking me to prove it fits my context, and I'm doing that by debunking the alternate interpretation. And you're just not understanding that. And you keep trying to like force this like weird burden on me that I didn't fucking claim and not understanding my argument.
Oh, really? Are you done aping now? Dope.
I'm not even aping.
So
I just don't like when
anyways.
people talk over me.
Are you done speaking now? You done?
Yeah, I'm done. 'Cause
You done, Bubbles?
fucking finish.
I need your confirmation because I need to make sure you're not gonna have another panic attack while I'm talking.
You're just
You
being
done?
a bitch and talking over me. I'm not. I didn't.
Oh,
have a
he's not
panic
done.
attack.
He's still angry. Let it out, Bubbles. Let it out, man.
No, you can literally talk. I'm fine as long as you don't talk over me.
I can literally say you're not gonna. Okay, so can you be quiet now?
If you don't talk over
Dope.
me, sure.
Oh, so Fresh. I don't think he knows what "be quiet" means. I
You
think he
asked
may
me
be
a
socially
question, I
inept.
responded.
You asked me a question and I responded.
Can I get
Okay,
one
can you
with
guys
my point
just
now?
continue now?
I don't know.
Don't
Can
go
he
back
let me
and
like
forth.
properly respond?
Okay, speak, Archimedes. It's Archimedes'
Thank
turn
you.
now.
Saying he can talk, and he keeps going.
Oh, wow,
Yes,
he's getting
yes,
very
okay.
mad.
Okay, it's Archimedes' turn. It's Archimedes' turn. Okay.
Yeah,
Speak,
talk,
Archimedes.
I'll mute.
Archimedes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there we go. So basically, I'll explain what you said was dumb. You said specifically that if it's this context, right? Now, you sent these scans the only purpose for you sending those further scans was to furthermore back up your previous interpretation and your previous induction. Now, you've already accepted what my definition of induction is, and you've already, accepted this stuff. So I guess I'll have to send this. I guess I'll have to say this, right? So if you've already accepted my definition of induction, then your definition of induction, regardless of whether you're trying to deduce this or necessarily come to this conclusion, this induction would have to require background evidence and necessarily lead to something. It doesn't necessarily need to lead to your conclusion, but your further evidence that you backed up with the other scans you sent has to lead to this. So I'll offer you this, Bubbles. Okay. Either A, prove that, right? Or B, I'll take your concession onto the point. Now, to finish my previous point to what I was saying, now, as I said before, something that's necessary, by the way, this doesn't have to be referring to modality. This also is referring to like scholastics and, proper grammar and proper debate dialect, right? Something necessary is the negation of something impossible, and something impossible is the negation of something necessary. Now, if you're saying that this doesn't necessarily lead to this, that means you're saying that it doesn't have to lead to this. Now, you said, right, that your supposed definition of stats was a denotation. A denotation is an analytical truth, something that's necessarily the case, right? So if this thing is necessarily the case, that means you have to provide a deductive argument for this being the case. And if you can't provide a deductive argument for this being the case, then that means it has to be an induction, meaning it wouldn't necessarily be an analytical truth, meaning you've already conceded your definition being the case. Because all I really have to do is provide an induction for why this could be the case. What you need to do and what you're presupposing is this, is this thing necessarily being the case. So essentially I'm saying either you necessarily prove that this is the definition, or I win given my induction and you can't do that. You can respond now.
Yeah, so all Archimedes did on this point was just fucking straw man what I said, because he said that I claimed a denotation and tried to make a deductive argument, which I specified multiple fucking times is not what I'm doing. I have said numerous times I'm saying that my side is the most likely and his is simply less probable. I never said denotation. I'm just saying my interpretation of this statement. I never even brought up a specific word other than stats, which I never said there was a denotation for. It's just that it is more likely it is referring to stats. So all that bullshit he said about, I proved it's probable, so he can't make his deductive argument. I agree I have no fucking deductive argument. That's not the point of my argument. He's just being a retard and straw-manning to try and make it look like he's winning desperately. But I'm fine to move on the point. He's not responding to anything I'm fucking saying, so.
Okay, dope. So basically, I'm pretty sure the VC already just heard this, but all he just did is essentially just give his useless insults or whatever. So I think this. How about this? Fresh and Forco. Should we go to conclusions? I think we should go to conclusions on this point. I think at this point, Bubbles seems agitated and irritated. He admitted to being irritated, and I don't want to hear him scream again because it's annoying, right? And I don't want to have to constantly repeat myself. All right?
Okay, so if you think you're going ad nauseum, then yeah, I'd say it's fine to go on conclusions.
Yeah, I'm
Bubbles,
fine to
you
move
agree
off
with
this
that?
point.
Bubbles, do you want to go to
Okay.
conclusions? Yes or no?
Do you conclude singular points?
Do you want to go to conclusion on this point? Yes or no?
I'm literally asking, do you think we have to
I
conclude
just
singular
said,
points?
do you want to go to a conclusion on this point? Yes or no?
Oh my god. I don't usually conclude singular points, so I'm just not going to conclude on this point. You can do it if you want to, but
Okay, so I hope you realize if you're not concluding on this point, then that means I'm the only one concluding given this context, meaning
yeah,
I'd be
okay.
winning the point.
No, a conclusion, you're just like restating shit you've already said in the point, so it can't help you
Oh,
win the
really?
point.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let's see the denotation for what a conclusion is, Bubbles.
Do you not? Oh my god. Do you think
Let's see
denotations are
this.
the way we must
A
do
conclusion
stuff?
is the last part of something, an end or result. Finally, to sum it up, to introduce a final piece and explain why this person specifically won.
Okay.
If you're not going to explain why you won, then that means you didn't win and you have no defense for why you won. Do you want me to send
Okay.
the definition? Do you want me to send a
Yeah.
book? Do you want me to
I
get
don't care.
an English teacher for
I don't
you?
care
Like, what do you want?
You know what? You know what? Actually, I don't give a fuck to argue about this. I'll just conclude just so we don't have to argue about definitions. I don't give a fuck. Sure.
Dope. So basically, you can conclude first if you want.
Okay, sure. So, Archimedes' only offense against my point was just him saying that it is possible that his alternative interpretation is the case, and since I claimed a denotation, which would imply a deductive argument, his possibility would debunk my deductive argument. Therefore, my argument cannot be the case, which is not what I claimed. I specified multiple times I was just claiming it is most likely the case, and his is possible, however, significantly less probable. And I gave scans and arguments to debunk his as to why it is likely not the case, which he didn't respond to. His only response was the idea that I was making a deductive argument. So his only defeater to my offense was just an entire straw man, and he never actually did anything on this point.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so basically, we can go over like multiple points what you said. So essentially, here let's go to scans. Essentially, he brought up this first scan, saying that apparently like infinite domain or whatever domain expansion, whatever it's called, guys, and I don't really care, right? And he said apparently that this supposed thing was this environmental construction was meant to amp and it amps stats and person stats. He asked me the question, does it amp stats? I said no, prove that. He tried to say it amp stats, so I said these stats referring to physicality, which is what he was going forth with the point, which he already accepted once he said, I'm trying to equivocate the two. You get what I'm going? So basically, once he did this, right, then I said, prove it's referring to physicality. He said, now sent a scan of Nanami, like almost explaining like the pressure and the feeling of being within someone's domain, feeling so helpless. But I explained to him, right, that this doesn't necessarily mean that it's superior, that it amps physicality. This could be just a mental thing and a mental gain, right? This could just be a mental thing. Then he sends more scans referring to a technique and referring to what a technique is. These scans are really just people like fighting. Like I don't see where the infinite or where the domains come in here. I feel like he accidentally sent the scans possibly, but basically, referring to the other scan he sent, he said basically that this is the case. No, I defeated this by saying, right, by giving an induction and saying that this induction proves that your specific definition of physical stats is not denotive. Now, you may ask what denotive means. Denotive means that like it's necessarily the definition. This isn't necessarily the definition though. Okay? Especially since he just defined that it's not a deducible thing. It's not a deducible conclusion. It's just an induction. This means that it's not necessarily the conclusion. Now, this entire point of his was to prove that it's specifically referring to physicality and stats, and that this is the definition they were saying, and that it's denotive that it's referring to physicality. I asked him to prove this. He said yes, but mid-debate, he said it was an induction. This means that he is accepting that it does not necessarily mean physicality and that it can mean something else. By this, he's essentially conceding his point, and by this, he's essentially saying that there's no way to prove that this definition necessarily leads to this. So if that's the case, right, then I'd say I won the point. Because again, my only goalpost was setting an induction, and his goalpost was setting a deduction. He tried to say that it wasn't a deduction, but I've already explained why it is a deduction. So, from this, I'll have to say I won this, whatever it's called, this point, right? Pretty low difficulty. That's why. What do you guys think? Or actually, like, fresh and Porco. What do you think? What do you think about this?
Can we just finish the debate? Why do you want to get other people's opinions?
I'm asking because I think by this, right? We can get more of an easier going, and that you can understand what you do. Because I feel like the entire point of a conclusion, right, was just to what's it called? Was just to conclude and get a general consensus on the previous point without having to go ad nauseum and constantly doing this.
Okay,
If you don't
cool.
want to get a general consensus on what happened, if you don't want to get a general consensus on what exactly happened, then that defeats the entire purpose.
No,
What's it
no,
called?
no.
Of a conclusion.
Okay, you know what? I don't care to argue with you. Whatever, get their consensus. Can we just move on to a new point? Like,
Yeah. What's your next point?
okay, so Megumi and Yuji when they fight against Awasaka, were like doing comparably in terms of like AP and
Sorry,
speed.
what did you say?
Scale to. I said Megumi and Yuji when they fight against what's his name? Awasaka did comparably, so they should be relative to one another at the like start of Shibuya.
Okay, can you
And
prove
then
this?
sure. And by the way, to specify so you can't rat, I agree this is not, deductively the case. I just think that it is highly likely they scaled each other, so you can't do that bullshit.
I mean, you said it was denotatively that it was referring to physicality. That's kind of on you for trying to use jargon against me and getting knowledge clips there, buddy.
I didn't even say that, but okay, whatever, I don't care.
Okay, buddy. And yeah, Oppo, he did use to me recently, but I'm gonna ignore him because I don't care. Pat, it's not necessarily that like he sounds like a dweeb. I think his rhetoric's pretty good. Just that it's like he's using so much jargon that he's messing himself up. He's trying to speak so smartly that like he doesn't understand the words he's using though.
Wait, where'd Bubbles go? Is he like
He's getting scans.
okay? Do you want like a halftime show?
I found them, don't worry.
Halftime show. Ooh.
Here you go, still
Have to,
these
man.
VC skins.
Are we speaking right now again?
Sure.
Aeroflame, why do you hate me? Do you hate me, Aeroflame? Kind of seems like you hate me, man. It kind of seems like you hate me, Aeroflame.
There are the skins, right? Yuji gets like tagged by Awasaka twice, and then Megumi can block him better than Yuji did, and like dodge his attacks and shit.
Let's see this. What do you? By the way, before I address these scans, what are you trying to prove?
That Megumi is comparable to Yuji at the start of Shibuya.
Comparable?
Yeah, relative.
Do you know what? Okay, could you restate that? Okay, relative. Sure. Let's see this. How does this imply relativity?
Because he is able to avoid attacks that are able to like land hits on Yuji and shit, and we get the side-by-side comparison of Yuji
Why
tries to
does
block
this
his
mean
way.
relativity?
It would mean comparability in speed, because if Megumi's able to block something that Yuji gets like clipped by, that means he's able to put up his guard better than Yuji did and like block the attacks.
Why does this
in a
imply
superior
relativity
way.
though? Like I see what he's doing.
So it means in speed, Megumi is performing slightly better than Yuji.
Where?
So do you see the scene where he dodges Awasaka?
That who dodges?
Megumi. He's going in
Which
after
skin is
Awasaka
this?
throws the car. So it's
Which
the
skin
last
is
one.
this?
Awasaka chucks the car off him.
Last one.
Megumi goes in, and then Awasaka blocks and swings,
Don't
and
see
Megumi
him
dodges
dodge
that shit.
anything.
Do you see the like arm of Awasaka going out, and Megumi's like craning his neck back a bunch?
No, I see him posing that way. I've never
Yeah,
seen
actually,
him actually
I
perform
don't
this
care about
action.
that. If you're gonna be weird about the scan, just look at the one right above where he just blocks a strike. You see that one?
Let's see the
That-
one above.
That's an even better comparison.
I'm always in the prime of my life until I die. I will triple on track. I see them clash with each other.
Yeah, and Megami puts his arms up and stops it, right?
I don't see him putting his arms up now.
Oh my god. Do you literally see
See them
the like?
clashing with each other. I don't see them putting his arms up.
You know, to clash, his arms would have to be up. His arms just can't be down at his legs and be blocking something, right?
Why does his arms have to be up? Why can't his
Because-
arms be down?
Yeah, because
Like, why
yeah,
can't he be clashing with his body?
Okay, because what his bot? Because we literally see him holding his weapon up right there. You see his arm in that scan right there.
Let me see.
I just zoomed in, like,
See one of his arms up.
yeah, exactly. So like here, I'll even grab the context to make the shit even easier to see.
Mhm.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So you see the like line.
Hold on, I have to
Where
find the
there's
server again. What server again? Tilda.
I don't fucking know the name of it, but
Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, let me
do you
look at
see
these
where he
scans.
what was it again?
I see with the scan
Which
for consent.
Okay, yeah. So here, I'll resend this one individually. So yeah, that's not the right one. Here you go. He swings downwards at like an arch, and we see
I
Megan
know
with
he's
an arm up.
swinging.
Huh? We literally see the motion line that would imply like movement, right? And then we see Megami with an arm up,
Where's the motion
and we
line?
see, bitch, why aren't you letting me finish? Let me finish.
Wait,
So, we see
I'm saying,
Megami with
where's
the
the
arm.
motion line?
Okay, I'll explain that in a minute. You can talk when I'm done fucking
You can
talking.
explain it now since
We
you just
see-
asserted it.
No, let me finish my point.
No, so you're
and
not
then
going
you
to prove
can
your
talk to me.
assertion?
I will prove it right after I finish my point.
I mean,
You
will
let me
prove it.
finish
You have to
talking.
prove it now, or else I'm just going to say Hitchens Razor.
No, oh my god, I'll literally explain it if you just let me finish talking. Because you keep
You have to
interrupting
explain
me.
it now.
Why do I have to explain it as soon as I say it?
Because an assertion is entailed by by substantiation of claim.
Yeah, why do I have to substantiate it right as I say it, though?
Is that moment it's not entailed by the substantiation of the claim then, meaning it's a baseless claim.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so that means you just agreed with me, meaning you
can't-
have
Oh my
to.
god, you're not letting me explain what I'm saying, right? So,
Mhm.
you can say that right when I say it, if I don't directly explain it, that it's unsubstantiated, then you can just say, okay, prove that, and then I'll just explain to you why it's the case if you just let me finish my sentence, right? The reason...
So let me explain.
Let me finish,
That's not the
Archimedes, right?
case. Wait, I'm rebuttaling what you said. That's not the case, because like you've already accepted this. You already said okay. With claim entails substantiation, meaning along the line of when you make a claim, the following statement comes as substantiation. That is what you
No.
agreed to,
Why does it have to? You never said that.
because you
Or
just
I never
agreed
said
to
that.
it. Do you know what an agreement is?
Do you think me saying yeah?
Do you know what an
means I agree
agreement
to
is?
everything
Do you know what an
I know
agreement is?
Do you think that me saying
Okay,
yeah?
what is an agreement? What is an
An
agreement?
agreement
What is an
is like
agreement?
accepting something somebody says, like coming to like a mutual conclusion, right? So,
Okay.
but
Now,
do-
what
do
does
you-
yeah
are you-
mean?
Are you taking me saying yeah literally to mean I agree with everything you say?
Yeah.
Okay, well I wasn't using it like that, so that's too fucking
Okay.
bad.
Do you know what a denotation is?
Yeah, I know what a denotation is. I just wasn't using the
Okay.
denotation.
Do you
so that's
accept that
fine.
denotations do exist?
Yeah, they exist. That's fine.
Okay, dope.
I just wasn't
So
using that.
why
that's
don't I
fine.
have pick per? Okay, so the denotation essentially says for yeah is an affirmative response.
Yeah, I just wasn't using the denotation, so that's fine.
That's not the word you use then.
No, you can use a word without using the denotation of it. I hope you would agree to that.
That you can do that.
Okay, have you ever heard somebody say like, "Oh, this person got like dog walked" or something?
Oh,
But
I've
if you
never
were to
heard
take
that.
You've never
I've
heard
never
that.
heard that.
Have you ever heard somebody say like, "Oh, I'm gonna go smoke this dude" or something like that?
No, I've never heard that either.
Have you? Holy shit. Another good example. Have you ever heard somebody say like, "You're a retard" to somebody when they're just acting stupid?
Oh, I've never said that. I've never heard anyone say that.
What? Okay, you're just ratting now. There's no fucking way. Like, what else?
I live in a nice environment.
So have you ever heard somebody call somebody who's white the N word or call somebody a faggot?
No.
Just because you've never heard somebody while packing call somebody like faggot or something?
I don't pack and I don't hop and call when people are packing.
Okay, well here you just have to be free as possible. I can literally just like call somebody who's straight a faggot if I get pissed at them, even though the denotation that would just mean like a gay dude, right?
How do I
Something
know
like
it's
that.
actually you calling someone that?
What do you mean? How do you know it's me calling somebody that?
How do you know it's actually you calling someone that?
What, do you not think I can just hear?
You
like,
just said
myself
you
talk?
just said you can say something. You just said you can say that.
Yeah.
But how do I know
not-
it's actually you saying that?
because like you can hear me right now, right? Like,
Kind of, not really. Kind of
so
cutting
wait,
out.
are you having it? Okay, so you think I'm cutting out now?
Kind of. Like your mic's kind of
Okay, so
mediocre.
okay,
You know those
so
mics that you get? You know those
yeah,
like dog tree mics that
okay,
you used to get when you
cool.
were like 15 or whatever?
Okay, cool.
Like it
I
kind of
really
sounds
don't
like
give
one
a
of those
fuck.
mics a bit.
Used to when I'm 15, bro. I'm 15 now, but anyways,
You look a bit. You look like you're 30.
I'm not, but that's not important.
You
So
sure?
yeah, oh my god, I don't care about that, right? What I'm
So
trying
you're
to say is
conceding that you're not
now,
15?
okay, now you're going back to trolling. Just shut the fuck up and let me finish, right? This,
I'm
I
not
really
trolling.
don't
I'm
care.
genuinely concerned. I don't want to talk on
I
Discord
don't
with a
care about my
30-year-old.
age.
I'm
I
only
don't.
15.
Oh my god, I'm 15 too. I just don't
You
care
just
to like.
said you don't
I.
care.
Oh my god, I am 15. I don't care to go and
Can
prove
you
my
prove
age
you're
to you
15?
because I don't have like legal documents on hand, and I just don't care to do
If you don't
that.
have legal documents, then how do you keep track of how old you are?
Okay, because I have a birthday every year. Like, what are you talking about?
You know your birthday's actually on that day.
How do I know
Did
my
someone
birthday
just
is
tell you
actually
that you assume this is the case?
no, because I've seen my birth certificate before, retard.
Okay, so send me your birth certificate.
I don't have it on me. I've just seen it before.
How do you? Is it that's a appeal to anecdote? Anecdote.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you know what an appeal to
Archimedes.
anecdote is?
Yes, I do. Archimedes. Listen,
Okay, so that
it is
means you
not
have to give it, and I don't really care.
Oh my god,
Before you
Archimedes.
say it.
It is not integral to the debate that I
What
am
does integral
15.
mean?
Integral means like important, right? At least in the way I'm using it. So don't pull up some like denotation shit, right? I'm just saying
The way
that
you're using it, but you haven't proven that you can use things outside of
oh my
denotations yet.
god.
That's what our
I
previous
don't care,
point was
Archimedes,
on.
whatever. It's not pertinent. If you want me to
Ever?
use
So that
something you can
means it's not
understand.
that.
Holy shit, just let me fucking finish.
I
All
did
I'm
let
trying
you
to say,
finish.
okay, all I'm trying to say is I don't really give a fuck how old I am because I don't think that matters for the debate, right?
So
I can
you're
be,
conceding that you're 30,
I can be,
essentially.
you never proved I was 30, so no, it doesn't concede to that. But I'm literally just
I
saying
can prove you're
how
30
old I
right
am.
now.
Okay, prove that.
Okay, do you know what De Morgan's equivalence is in S5 modal logic?
No.
Okay, so let me explain to you. So basically it states that within every entailed
You know
sorry, there's
what?
an itch in my throat.
I don't care to go down this rat line. Sure, I'm 30. I don't give a fuck. I don't
Okay,
think it
well I
matters
don't
for the
feel
debate.
comfortable debating you. I'm only 15.
Okay, I don't care if you don't feel comfortable. You can leave and
I
like
don't care if I
concede. That's
feel
fine with me.
comfortable. Did you
Yeah, I
just
don't
say
care.
that you're okay with sexual assaulting me?
Huh? Yeah, sure. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Fresh, do you want this type of person in your server?
Yeah,
Bubbles is a confirmed
If
pedo.
you want to ban me and
A
like
confirmed
compromise the dialectic, that's
pedophile.
fine.
I'm
He's a
fine
confirmed
with sexual
pedophile.
assaulters.
Oh, okay, you guys are confirmed pedophiles. That's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
as long as you don't get
We
too
are
physical with me,
confirmed.
I don't care though. It's okay.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Can you
I don't think
promise not
any
to
of
get
that
too
shit.
physical with me?
No, I'm not going to. So, anyways, I don't think my
Then
age
you're not
matters for
going
this
to
debate.
promise, or you're just not going to get too physical with me.
No, I'm just not going to promise you that because I don't have a reason to. So.
Okay, so that means that you're compromising the dialectic.
How am I compromising the dialectic?
A dialectic is when you're continuing off a line of supposed things, right? Do you know what these things would be?
You know, well, actually, this isn't relevant either. Sure, I just won't get physical with you. I don't care.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you,
I don't
thank
give
you.
a fuck. So,
So basically,
what we
I'll
were just
continue
talking
on
about,
with what Demore. Oh, I don't know what we were
the
talking about.
denotation shit. Okay, yeah, we were talking about if
I
can,
never.
like,
I will.
talk, basically. So, all I need to say is that it is possible for me to just talk to somebody and call them something they aren't. Like, I could pull up to literally anybody in this call who's straight and just be like, "Oh yeah, shut up, faggot," right? Even though they're straight.
I'm sorry. Someone kicked me from stage. I didn't hear
I'm
you.
gonna
What did you
start
say?
moderating. So if
Okay.
we interrupt one another, I'm gonna mute you.
I said what I said is that
That's Burnaby's
I
fresh.
can pull up to somebody who's straight and call them like gay or faggot or something, even though they are actually straight, and the denotation of it would not be correct there. I'm just using it as an insult, right?
But you haven't proven that's a word.
You don't think gay is a word?
I'm not saying I don't think it is. I'm just saying you haven't proven it is.
Okay, so do you accept the dictionary?
What's a dictionary?
If you're just gonna rat, there's no point to this dialectic because you agreed to not
What are
rat
you
at the
talking
beginning.
about? I just asked what's a dictionary. That's not my
You've
fault.
literally used denotations from a dictionary during this debate.
Never used it from a dictionary. I used it from my mom's notebook.
No. Oh my god.
No,
You
I can
agreed
send
not
you
to
a picture
rat.
of her notebook
Yeah,
right now.
you agreed not to rat.
Do you want me to
so-
send you a picture of her notebook?
Yeah, I think you're conceding right now by ratting.
Bro,
I have to prove I'm
Archie,
ratting if
calm
that's the
down,
case.
tired.
Yeah, I
This
think
man's
you're
Prove
calm
I'm
succeeding by
down.
ratting if
ratting.
that's the case.
You prove you're ratting? Okay, so far
What
we've
is
ran
ratting?
twice.
Ratting is just being intellectually dishonest. If I don't know
Bro.
what a dictionary is, that's not my fault. If you're making fun of me having a disability, then that's
Obviously know what it
not
is.
cool, man.
You've
mama
literally
got a
made fun of me
diary,
for
what the
having a
fuck?
stutter during this call, Archie.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You made fun of me for having a stutter during this call, so don't bring up this like, it's not cool to make fun of
You
disability
stutter
shit.
loser. Disgusting.
Yeah, exactly.
yourself.
I don't want you to bring up
Stutter.
this like, don't make fun of me for having a disability shit. Like that's retarded.
Stuttering isn't a disability.
Oh my god.
That's called
Okay,
natural selection.
do you think not knowing something is a disability then? Because you just
Yes.
said it's not fun.
It's called a learning disability. I have ADHD.
So do fucking out. Oh my god.
Prove you
Anyways,
have ADHD.
that's not the point. Oh my god, you're such a bitch.
If it's not the
That's
point, does
literally
that
not
mean
the
that was a
point.
red herring, you saying that you have ADHD?
Do you notice how I literally stopped saying it midway through and just started to move on to something else?
Sorry, what did
Because
you
it's
say?
not relevant. I literally
I
just
didn't
thought it
hear
was
what
funny.
you had said.
Trying to reset.
I didn't
said
hear
to
what
you-
you had said. I need you to
Okay.
restate.
Do you notice how I literally stopped like saying I had ADHD midway through and just started moving on? The reason I did
Wait,
that
hold
is
on.
because
Fresh, if you're
I thought
gonna
it was
leave,
funny, but I don't think it matters. Like,
My bad. I'm using Archimedes was trying to talk to me.
so
I'm trying to
annoying. I'm trying to
No,
say
you
something.
interrupted
Fresh.
him. You
Talking
interrupted
to
him.
you.
So
Fresh, if you're gonna wait, did you mean you're gonna have like I'm fine with gesture moderating? Is that what you meant? If that's what you meant, then pull him up here now.
wait, no, I'm moderating, bitch.
Okay, then, what did you mean in chat then?
Wait, what did I say in chat?
Are you dumb?
What did I say? I
Do you
said
not see
run-
what you said in chat?
I will be
No,
an
I-
unbiased moderator.
I told
Yedis,
Jester.
I don't feel comfortable with Yedis being up here. Fresh, please pull him down. He's not relevant to the debate.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
weirdo.
What I
Kill.
wrote is that Jester and Coconut can run it here tomorrow. That's
I mean,
what I wrote.
actually, Archimedes, if you're just
Okay,
gonna be a
cool.
bitch and start ratting, I don't.
Oh,
have to
I'm
be a
sorry.
better
What did you
debate
say?
than
I didn't
I
hear
just have
you.
to be a better rat than you. So
Oh,
talk.
I'm
You
sorry. What
concede.
did you hear?
Oh, you just talked. You concede, bitch. Okay, there we go.
You have to prove that it's necessarily entailed that that's the
No,
case.
you've already conceded.
Oh, you didn't prove it's necessarily
You've already
entailed that that's the
conceded.
case. That just simply means you conceded to that
You've already
problem.
conceded.
So if you didn't concede to that
Yeah, I don't
problem, then that
think
means that
you're
technically you
gonna
conceded to me. If you conceded to me,
You've
then that
literally
means
already
technically you
conceded.
compromised the
Archimedes,
dialectic bubbles.
last up, you literally already conceded by your talking. Yeah, you've literally already. Archie, the reason you can't fuck with me on this shit is that I
Fucking
don't have to be a
Ipes.
better. I don't have to.
Actually, the reason why you can't mess with me on this stuff is because, simply because, according to my dialectic.
You don't have to do any of this shit, bro.
Alright,
Literally, all I have to
so-
do is just make you concede by ratting because you're just being a bitch, and I can.
Alright, guys, hold on. What the fuck? Who disconnected them? Why would you disconnect them? Just mute them. Hold on. Alright.
Archie slammed.
Yeah, Anos, don't disconnect them. Just pull them down. Yeah.
Yo, pull Arrow up. There he is.
I can't find.
No,
Bubbles.
do not pull Arrow up, please. Please.
Arrow wanted to say some words.
So that's not fair.
I understand he's a
Just
god.
let him
and
have
all,
a
but
say.
don't give him
Let him
the-
say. Let him have a
Let
say.
him get 25
Alright,
seconds. Let him get 25 seconds.
Okay, got it. Go Arrow, go Arrow. I worship
Go.
you. No, pull him back up. I worship you,
Yeah,
Arrow.
give him back.
Arrow,
Arrow,
go.
Arrow, get 30 seconds. Give us a speech.
Arrow, go. Sage, please. Okay.
Hello?
Alright.
Yeah,
Give us
you're
your
up.
speech,
Yeah,
Arrow.
we can hear you.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, give us your speech.
Yeah. I was just curious is like because I've heard that the whole point of this and you challenging Bubbles was to prove like SS niggas aren't good. And
That's not the reason why I challenged him.
And well, I'm just saying what I heard. And I'm
Oh,
just
my bad. Okay.
I'm just spitballing. Right.
For sure.
And I just heard that you were trying to like prove yourself after you had some pretty embarrassing ass beatings and different things like that.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering like how you expect anybody to take you seriously when you're talking
Yeah,
about
for
like
sure. So the reason why I challenged him. Hold on. The reason why I challenged him is that.
Don't go talking when I'm talking to Archimedes. We can keep it cool. We can be chill.
Mhm.
But don't
I
talk
do
when
too.
I'm talking. You see how I was
You
real
called me a
polite?
faggot.
Oh, that's cool. But
Yeah, you can't. Wait,
I
guys,
don't feel
you
like
can't
yelling.
necessarily mute me because I'm
I
not
don't
debating.
feel, but wait. I'm asking you to just be polite in like just a person to person sense,
Mhm.
like as just one human being to another. Be decent and don't talk when I'm talking.
Why am I being muted?
Because you're
just being a
Arrow.
cunt, bro.
Fresh.
You're
I'm
being an
not
asshole.
debating Arrow, so it doesn't
Like,
matter.
no, but you're just being a
I
cunt.
don't care.
Why are you being an
I
asshole?
do not care,
Wait,
Arrow.
wait, what are
listen,
you?
let-
What are you
all
so
right, it's
mad
fine.
for?
It's fine. Just let
Like you're just
all
really, really mad.
Yeah.
He's really,
Arrow
really
Flame.
mad.
Just say what you want to say, Aeroflame. and then
Okay,
you guys-
so for you niggas who want to be like, oh, so and so is ass and this is ass, because there are times where I think Bubbles is ass. You know what I mean? And me and Bubbles get into it, but I don't sit there and like be like, what the fuck is a dictionary? Because I want to actually prove to people that I'm better than Bubbles. What you're doing just makes you like niggas are gonna be like Archie Dub. Oh yeah, this nigga's so funny. He. But you're gonna go into a server and be mad as fuck that you're like C plus. This is why.
Dude.
And I'm not
Oh my
trying to
God.
be. I'm not trying to be rude to you,
Fresh.
or anything, but I'm
not
just like,
debating him.
okay.
Am I debating him,
I'm
Fresh?
just
Fresh,
talking
no,
to you,
I'm not
bro.
tolerating this. Am
Why
I
are
debating
you
him?
That nigga's so
fucking
mad.
Fresh, I do not care. I do not care. I am not debating. I am not debating him, so it doesn't matter. Why are you guys letting them on stage? Why are you guys letting them on stage? Why are you guys letting them on stage? Move them down. Move them down. Move them down. I'm debating Bubbles. 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 What the heck?
Wait,
I'm debating Bubbles.
Why
I'm
did you,
debating
like,
Bubbles.
why
Move
can
him
you
down.
do all this
Move-
shit to Bubbles? Why can you troll and fuck with Bubbles, but you don't like it when a nigga's just talking to you, bro? You're so angry. Like, you're fucking furious, my nigga. Calm down. Like I was saying, like, the reason niggas think that you're C plus is because you get up and troll people that some niggas think are actually good. Some niggas do believe Bubbles is good, and you get up here and troll niggas like that, or you find some random
So
retard
anyways, like
server
freaking code
and you
sage
bully
victim.
his ass.
Anyways, code sage
Why are
victim.
you loud miking? What are you
Are they-
loud miking for, nigga?
so
That's what
I
I'm saying.
understand-
Like I'm
so
talking
don't
to you
give me
straight up,
Archimedes,
and
don't
you
give me
loud miking,
Alright,
bruh.
so, all right, I know what Archimedes is discomforted, right, by your appearance. You're like you're rhetorically just passively.
Fresh, shut your mouth. Why is he up here? You know why I'm mad already.
That's true. I know you're mad. All right, I'll move him down. Hold on.
Like, what the heck?
Okay, yeah, now I can continue.
Why
to
didn't
debate.
you move him down before?
Archie,
Why didn't you move him down before? Shut your mouth, Bubbles. I cannot care less right now. Fresh, why did you literally move him up? Fresh, why did you move him up? Fresh, why did you move him up? Fresh, why did you move him up? Yes or no?
Halftime show. That's why.
I don't care. You're in the halftime show in the middle of us debating?
Yeah,
What?
We need a halftime show for like the great Archimedes vs Bubblez.
That's dumb.
Oh.
Like, and at least if you're going to have him up here, then let me. Like, I don't care. We're not debating. I'm going to interrupt him.
Okay, sir. I will moderate well. Okay, now continue your debate.
I don't care. Why are you even moderating now that's the case? This is why I didn't want to do it in your trash server, bro.
I'm gonna pack you right now, boy. Don't you pack you, ass dumbass.
Hey guys, he's just gonna mute me while trying to pack me. Unfunny. Like, it's literally the same thing over and over. Like, I don't care. Like, what the heck?
Pack that shit out your ugly ass, bitch ass.
You're ugly. I don't care. Fresh. Back to topic. Why again? Like, if you're gonna have, all I'm saying is that if you're gonna have Arrow up here trying to like, I don't even know what he was doing. But basically, if you're gonna have him like try to insult my character, or do whatever, which I could care less, by the way. Just like have me at least like be able to respond. You know what I mean?
I got you. I love you.
It doesn't matter. Like even if you don't want him debating or whatever, because you're like halftime show or whatever, at least have me respond. You know what I mean?
I got you. Anyways, you won the poll, so W. W.
So Arrow, let me ask you a question. So you assumed and went off the baseline of me apparently like saying this or whatever, because like you heard that I wanted to challenge Bubbles, but I thought all SS is bad, correct?
Do you think I was insulting your character?
Wait, Aeroflame, answer my question. You thought I wanted to.
Why are you so frustrated?
Wait, Arrow, you thought I wanted to prove something.
Wait,
right?
you know how you said this
Wait,
isn't a
Arrow,
debate?
Arrow,
I don't
need
have
that.
to
Wait,
answer.
Arrow, I need you. Okay, so if you're not gonna answer my question,
I don't
I'm
have
gonna
to
go on.
answer your
So
question.
basically,
Okay,
right?
so you're
if
just
this
gonna
is the
talk to
case-
yourself?
so if
Okay.
Yeah, I am. So if this is the case, right, and if you're going to say I'm insulting or whatever, I don't know, whatever dumb stuff you said, right? The purpose of me doing this was just to have him. Like, if you're getting mad that I'm trolling your friend upon the SS or whatever you associate him with, on Discord.com, if you're getting mad about that arrow, if you're saying, well, what's the purpose of doing this? Well, I mean, it's Discord.com. Like, it's meant to do dumb stuff. And, like, about the fact that you said, like, oh, well, what's even the point of doing this? Like, you wonder why you get S rank? Like, again, I don't really care about Discord.com ranks, bro. I really could care less.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
So, like,
you
like,
obviously
so,
do
like, for
care
Discord.com, so like for
because
Discord.com, right?
you were
I
just
hop
yelling
on
your
here.
head off.
When was
All
I yelling
because
my
I
head
was
off?
talking
When was
and
I
you
yelling my
said,
head off?
and
When
you
was I
just
yelling my head
didn't
off?
agree to
When
something.
was
Like
I
even
yelling my
right
head off?
now,
When was I
all
yelling
you
my
can
head
do
off?
is try and
Right
talk
now,
over
I'm
me like a
talking
bitch.
perfectly normal.
Like
Right now, I'm
you
talking
you
perfectly
can't
normal.
do
What are
shit.
you
All you're
saying?
gonna do
What
is
are you
try and talk
saying?
over
You
me.
can't do
But the
anything,
difference
Arrow.
is the
Arrow,
problem that
you're
you're
an
having
Arrow.
right
You're a
now
code safe
is that I
victim.
am not
I could care
Bubbles,
less
nigga.
about what you
Me and
think.
you can
You
go
got
at it,
negged by
nigga.
Code
You
Sage
don't
once
have
and then
bass in your
came back
voice
and
now.
left the
Unless you
community.
put your
I
fucking
don't want
loud
to hear
mic
it, you
on,
idiot. You
you're
got
not
negged
gonna
by
be able to
literally
do shit
everything.
to me,
I could
pussy.
care less.
You're a bitch ass
Literally.
nigga.
How do you
You're
feel that your
nothing
own
to me,
friends, a
nigga.
part of the SS, think you're garbage? I could care less, Aeroflame. Don't think past it. Tell me
Okay,
about how he
stop,
negged
stop,
you the other
stop.
day.
Okay,
No,
stop. Okay, so you guys are done with this, right? Just debate Bubbles. Okay, go back with your debate. This is like a huge
No,
digression.
he's already lost. There's no
so
point to
basically,
continue.
I already like accepted his concession or whatever. Right.
Oh,
No, he's
Bubbles
already
conceded
conceded.
to you.
No, he's already
Yeah, he already
conceded.
did.
So
He already
all right.
conceded indirectly.
No, he already conceded directly.
When
So
he said what's it called? When he said first induction, that was the first concession on the point. And then afterwards, once he started like ratting, like he opened he tried to say I was ratting. I never admitted I was ratting. I never said I was ratting. I still don't admit I'm ratting because I'm just not. Like I'm not gonna admit to something I don't do. But like he said it himself that he's going to rat. So if that's the case and he's going to
yeah,
rat, it was
because you're
part of the
ratting.
prerequisites. It was a part of the prerequisites to this debate that he would rat. So if that's the case, and that means it's already like
I
a direct
never actually
concession.
agreed to that, so that's whatever. But you know,
No,
all I
if you
have
don't
to
agree
do.
to it, then I could just continue to like debate you. You want to continue the debate now?
No, you've already lost. You know, because
I mean, you
all I
already lost
yeah,
by conceding to me
no,
multiple
I
times.
didn't. Like Archie, listen. If you
Didn't,
want
but
to do
you
if
did,
you
though.
want to do this whole
But
like
you
troll
did.
Fergie shit,
Mm-hmm.
you can't beat me in
You
this
still
field.
haven't
Like
proven that I've trolled.
So yeah, I was gonna let
I
him
don't
like,
think it
like sit
matters. You
here and
already
like
lost.
loud mic. Like
You already
that shit's like
Oh
a
my
good
god,
debate.
Jester, why are you?
Wow, nigga, shut the fuck up. I let
Oh
myself
my
up, nigga. You just a
god, Fresh,
troll.
are you
Nobody
serious?
cares that you're loud
Fresh.
micing. No.
Oh my god. Like
like
nobody
you've
cares,
already.
Jester. You're irritated because your friend, a part of the SS, is like getting mad. Like I said nothing to you, Jester. Like if you wanna get up here and debate me, which I've been saying for you to do since you've been talking smack, you've been ducking me for these past like what 2 months. You can get up here and debate me right after Bubbles is done. But unless you have something to say about that, I could care less, Jester. So
Oh no,
anyways,
we're
back to
already done,
Bubbles,
bro.
right?
It's fine. You've already
You
lost.
okay? So
So
you're done. So you're conceding.
no, you've already lost. So I'm
You're
not conceding.
conceding. You
No, you've
just
already
said if you're
lost.
done,
I'm
so
not
you
conceding.
conceded. So you
Yeah,
conceded already. So you
we're done
conceded
because you
already. So
conceded.
you
We're done because you
conceded already.
conceded. We're
We're
done because
done
you conceded,
because you
Archimedes.
conceded.
You're
So
not
you just
listening to me,
conceded.
Archimedes.
So you
Archimedes,
just
you're not
admitted you
hearing what I'm saying, you
conceded.
dumb
So you
bitch.
just
No,
admitted you
you're not
conceded.
actually
So you
understanding.
said
You're
concede.
literally
You
directly
said you
understanding what I'm
conceded.
saying.
Cool.
No, you
So you said you
conceded.
concede.
You
Cool.
conceded.
So you said
You
you concede.
conceded.
Cool.
I never
So you
said
said you
that.
concede. Cool. So
You're
you
a
said you
dumbass.
concede.
You're a
Cool.
dumbass,
So you
Archimedes.
said you concede.
Archimedes,
Cool.
you're literally not
That's cool.
understanding my argument.
Bubbles, you
You're
Oh.
just
literally
a
have a
dumb
point. I
bitch.
could care less. Like literally, you're
Yeah,
an
why does that
absolute idiot.
matter?
You
You
got
sound like a bitch.
negged. You
You don't
got
understand what a
negged. You got
dictionary is.
negged by so many people in one day. Your own best buddy Draco thinks you're
Mm-hmm,
bad. You
mm-hmm,
can go ask
mm-hmm,
him about that.
mm-hmm.
You're about
Crazy,
one of the
crazy.
worst in
Yeah,
your group. Been
I'm
claiming
not
to
best buddies with
BJK
Draco. Draco's a
ever
weird
some
racist.
anime
So
invert
no,
for like
I don't give a
years
fuck about him.
just to get violated. Like I could
Mhm.
care less. Like I
Yeah,
don't care.
it's fun. It's
All right.
crazy
You
that
had to
90%
get
of what
your
you just said
buddy
isn't
up.
true.
Wait, Fresh, hold on. You had to get your buddy Arrow and them up to help you.
I
Yet you're
literally
still
didn't
flailing.
even know
How
that
does
Arrow
that
and them were
work?
gonna come up. I
Arrow, I
didn't
swear
care.
to God, if you talk, I'm just gonna blaze you in VC. I
Like,
could
listen,
care
listen.
less what
All I
you
have to
think,
say is,
Arrow.
wait,
I could care
Ar-
less. Move Arrow
Archie,
down, Fresh.
shut
Okay,
I
up.
could
One
okay.
care
sec, one
less.
sec.
So hold on,
Fresh, halftime
Archimedes.
show's over, Fresh.
I
Halftime show's
know,
Okay,
I
over.
know. Wait,
Move
Archie,
down.
Archimedes.
wait.
Halftime show's
Archimedes.
over. Move down.
Archie, I want to be a calm for a
Thank
second,
you.
right? So this idea
Cool.
that I like perform the summoning jutsu to like on my friends to get
Summoning
them in here.
jutsu, that's
Oh my
literally
god,
so
I'm
unfunny.
making a
You
joke.
have an obsession with
Holy shit.
Naruto. You don't
I
have
don't
to
even
like
like
project,
Naruto.
bro.
Just
You
let me
don't have to
finish.
project, bro.
No,
You don't
oh
have
my
to
god.
project. It's all
I
good
don't
now.
even like Naruto.
So
Okay, so
anyways.
this idea
So
that I like,
anyways. So
channeled my
anyways.
friend's power and like brought them in here to help me isn't true. Arrow literally just randomly came in here. I didn't even know Arrow was gonna pull up. I didn't even know Gesture was gonna pull up. They just appeared in BC. It had nothing to do with me like channeling them into like a spirit bomb or some shit to defeat you. Like it was literally just spontaneous. Had nothing to do with me. And they like I didn't like summon them in to help me or some shit. I don't know why you're thinking that.
Who keeps moving me down, Fresh? Like, what the heck? What the heck is wrong with your moderation?
Oh no, bro. Totally wasn't me. Yeah.
Fresh, bro.
This is like ape. Y'all both think like each
No,
other
like,
succeeded,
Archimedes,
right?
genuinely, like,
It
alright,
is true,
Archimedes,
it
can you
is
be
it.
genuine though? Like, just be genuine. Like, Era wants to have a discussion with you. Just like, don't lie.
I don't want to have a discussion with an old man. I don't care.
He's 20.
I'm so
He's like
sorry,
20
but
something.
I honestly
What?
do not care.
He's like 20 something. He's not even an old man.
Might as well just get him down from stage, because I could care less about having a conversation with him, Fresh. And,
Damn.
you know what I mean?
Alright.
Like, it's not that I don't have anything against her. Like, I don't mind, right? I just don't want to talk to him. He's kind of annoying. But I mean, yeah. So yeah, I mean, what else do you want to do? Oh, actually, wait, hold on. I'll be back for a second. Fresh, do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Now you're like, yeah. Bro, he doesn't even have the loud mic. He just moves his fucking little like
This
AirPods.
nigga's
next to his
talking.
mouth
This
just
nigga's
for, like,
talking about moderation.
Bro.
This nigga, hold
Archimedes is
on. No.
trolling.
This nigga is literally. He admitted. First off, he admitted to trolling. Second off, he's talking about moderation. He's been loud miking the whole time. So like nobody thinks he's a faggot. Like there's nobody else like here just not think he's a faggot. Like
just
and wait. Hold on, Bubbles. Who's ducking him? How many times have we been in the VC over the past 2 months? Who's ducking this nigga, yo?
Bro,
I'm here right now.
Wait, Jester, you weren't here for the beginning when literally he wouldn't let me say more than like 3 words, and then he'd cut me off and trying to like.
Alright, hold up.
Yeah, he asked what
you guys wanna
dictionary
go to
is.
regular
He
VC?
asked how I know I'm 15. He asked so much stupid shit.
So he was just ratting while he was like loud micing the entire time, and yeah, I thought that
I'm
was
gonna cancel this stage. Go to general VC, okay?
No, why are you
Okay,
canceling
who
the
Archimedes? Who's ducking you?
You're
Yeah, Archimedes, nobody's ducking you, bitch. Archimedes, where you at? Archimedes, where you at? Nobody's ducking you, bitch. Yeah, run my pocket right now. Yeah, where you at? Run my face right now. Nobody's ducking you.
Wait, hold on.
Yo, Arky, shut your fat ass up, you stupid bitch.
Wait, hold on. Everybody, hold on. Let's keep it down for a second. Wait, let's keep it down for a second. Let's keep it down for a second.
Yo, Arky, shut the fuck up. Nobody likes your dumb ass.
I don't like the chill. Where's Archimedes at?
Anyways, oh yeah.
It looks like it's definitely.
Okay, so Archimedes, I didn't appreciate a lot of the things that you were trying to insinuate in that call.
Okay.
You
What
trying
do
to
you
be
not
like,
like?
oh yeah.
What do you not
Well,
like?
I'm explaining it right now. Just don't talk when I'm talking.
Sure.
Let's just keep it calm for now.
For sure.
So I don't like the way that you were like you had to call your little boys to come up here and help you. I don't like the way that you were talking as though you two hadn't said that you ended the debate. So the only time that I made any comment outside of the two of you sounding like faggots on the debate is after the debate was over from you two's own admission. Because I purposely did that because I didn't want to sway niggas. So after you guys were done with your debate and you guys got into your little dick measuring contest, that's when I came up there and said, you look like a fucking clown saying all this shit about, oh, I don't know what a dictionary is. And everything I went up there and said to you was true. I wasn't trying to insult you. I clearly wasn't mad. I didn't cuss at you. I didn't say anything rude to you. I said, I didn't cuss at you. I didn't say anything rude to you. All I said was things that were true. I called you a fag in chat. I called you a faggot in chat. You have a problem with that?
Yes, you did say that.
Do you want me to not call you? Wait. Watch this. Let me say how much of an adult I am. But wait, Archimedes, why are you yelling into my ear?
Stop loud miking. Stop being a faggot, nigga.
Like that, you pussy ass nigga.
Nigga's disgusting as hell. Stop loud miking. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
You're not a big nigga. You're the same pussy ass nigga that's been getting tossed around like the old worn out blunt with the old head on the corner of the street trying to give everybody. You're so fucking lame, my nigga. Why are you always trying to fucking loud like somebody, bruh? You're always trying to fucking loud like somebody, bruh. Why can't you just talk?
Jester, you're mad.
Why can't you
You're
just
mad,
talk,
Jester.
Archimedes?
You're mad,
Wait,
Jester.
everybody chill out,
Jester,
chill
your
out. Why
mic's
can't
coming
you
out.
niggas just
Your
talk?
mic's coming out.
You
You're
niggas
mad.
can't
You're
talk.
mad.
All
that
you
was
niggas
mad.
do
You
is
the one that was
playing
mad.
loud
You
mic.
the one that was
Why are you
mad.
niggas
You the one that was
constantly
mad.
playing
Mad,
loud
aren't you?
mic,
You the one
bro?
that was mad.
It's not
You the one that was
funny.
mad.
You seem
You the one
mad.
that was
You
mad.
seem mad. You're getting mad now. You're getting mad now. You're getting mad. You're getting mad. You're getting mad. Why are you getting so mad, man? Why are you getting so mad, man? Jester, why are you getting so mad? What happened, Jester? What happened, Jester? Jester, I thought you were trying to get mad and loud. What happened? Okay then. So let me lower my volume and talk to Arrow now. Not
Okay,
to
so
repeat
like
against
I
what
was
you had
saying
said.
to you, nigga,
Oh, sorry, go
like you need to understand and watch how much of an adult I am. Do you not want me to call you a faggot, Archimedes?
I personally couldn't care. I was just saying that because
Okay,
I thought at
so
first
why
you were
did you
saying.
say?
I thought
Why
at
did
first you
you
were saying
bring
you
up
didn't say
me
anything rude
saying
at all.
faggot in chat?
I just said that.
If
I
you
just said
don't
why.
care,
I thought at first you were saying that like you
Archimedes,
said nothing rude.
you brought up me saying faggot in chat.
Yeah, I just said I only brought that up because
Why
I
do you
thought you were
keep
trying to say you said
interrupting
nothing
me,
rude.
pussy ass nigga? I'm not
Why
Bubbles,
are
bro.
you
I'm not
busy
gonna let
insulting
you
me
keep
and getting mad
interrupting
over
me.
Discord.com? I
Ass
answered
nigga,
your
stop
question if
talking
you
when I'm
noticed.
talking, nigga.
I just
Why can't
answered
you
your
understand
question.
not talking when another
I
nigga's
just
talking, you
answered your
pussy ass
question.
nigga?
I
What's
answered your
wrong with you,
question.
bro? Are
I
you
answered your
retarded?
question.
I know you don't
I
know what a
answered your
fucking binary
question.
is.
Dude, shut that shit down, you stupid bitch. If I fuck you up, you nasty ass dirty bitch. Shut the fuck up,
Serious,
bitch.
Your
dude.
question.
Like
I
you
already
can't be
answered.
serious.
I already answered.
Like I
I
don't
already
understand why
answered.
every
I
time
already
somebody
answered.
opens up
I
their
already
fucking mouth,
answered,
you
Arrow,
gotta
your
start fucking
question.
whining
So
and
while you're
bitching
busy
all the
yelling at
all
me,
you do is whine
right?
and bitch,
While you're
nigga.
busy yelling
This is
at
why
me,
nobody
I
fucking
just
likes you,
answered your
Archimedes.
question.
You're a
This is
lame
why
ass
we don't
nigga.
like you.
You're a pussy
You
ass
suck.
bitch.
You suck,
Nobody fucking
Arrow.
likes you.
I
You're a
could care
fucking
less.
clown,
We
nigga.
don't
All
care.
these niggas
We
in here
don't
talking about
honestly
Archimedes
care.
up.
I
Archimedes
could
up
care
knows that you're
less. You're
dog shit.
getting mad over
You're dog shit.
Discord.com.
I don't
You're
understand why you have to
trash.
keep talking when
You're
I'm fucking
trash.
talking. You pussy ass nigga.
Trash.
I don't
I
do that
don't
to you when you
care.
talk.
You're
When you were having
actual
your little back
trash.
and forth
I
with
could
Chester,
care
I
less.
didn't see it.
I already
When it was
answered your
my turn to
question.
talk,
You're
I
just
talked.
busy
I'm not treated
yelling.
the same
You're
fucking
just busy
respect.
yelling
You're
because
talking
you're
about,
mad.
oh yeah, you said one rude
You
thing to me, and
suck. I
I said,
don't
do you not
care.
want me to
You're
call you
just
a
getting
faggot
mad for no
anymore?
reason.
All you have to
Like,
do
why
is
are you
say
so
yes.
mad?
But now
Why are
you're
you
trying
so
to get
mad?
big and
Why
bad
are
with
you so
me,
mad?
nigga.
Why are you
I'm
so
trying to
mad?
be reasonable
You
with you,
seem
bitch.
very mad
And you
right
can't
now.
be a big boy.
Reasonable, you're screaming
You
at me.
can't be a
You're
fucking
just
big boy,
screaming.
nigga.
This
You
isn't what
can't
being
be.
reasonable is,
This
Arrow.
is why you're
Arrow,
always on
use
the
your
bottom.
common
The
sense.
bottom's
Use
wrong.
your common
You're
sense
a
while you're
lame
trying
ass
to yell at
nigga.
me, Arrow. Arrow,
Archimedes, you're a
use
lame
your
ass
common
nigga.
sense.
You're a
Why are
pussy
you
ass.
mad? Stop getting
You're a
mad,
bitch
Arrow.
ass,
Use your common sense,
right?
Arrow. You're going off a tangent,
You're a
Arrow.
bitch ass nigga.
I
Just
don't
stop
care.
talking when
So
I'm
are
talking.
you.
The
So
moment
are
that you
you. You
understand
suck.
to
You don't care.
not talk when
You're
I'm talking,
irrelevant.
me and you
You're
can just have a
irrelevant.
fine,
You're
calm
irrelevant.
conversation.
I don't care.
But yeah, okay.
Like, I
So if
could
you don't
care
care,
less.
if
You're
you're not
so mad
interested,
over actual
if you're not
Discord.com.
interested, if
You
you're not
don't
interested
care.
in being
You're
an
so
adult
mad,
Archimedes,
right? You're
is
so
do I sound
mad.
mad to
You're
you?
so mad
You're
that you're
literally
yelling over
screaming into your
Discord.com.
microphone,
You're
Archie,
bruh.
literally
you're
All
not
so
you
funny.
try
weird.
and do is
You're
loud
so
mic and talk
weird.
over
Now
me.
you're trying to
Like
say I'm
you're
loud
not even
micing.
you're
I
not
answered your
good.
question,
You
and then
IRL
after I
niggas have
answered, you tried to spurg at me. You
I
tried to spurg after I
logic
answered.
and being
You're
reasonable.
disgusting.
But
I don't
anytime
care.
you
I
get pressed,
don't care.
whenever you
You're
can't
a
just
weirdo,
bully
Arrow.
somebody,
No
you
one
fucking
likes you
try and get
anymore.
this
You're
loud
irrelevant.
micing
You
shit.
haven't won
You
a
try and
debate
say this
in I don't
irrelevant
know
shit.
how
But
long.
every single
All you
time I
do is
come in this
overtalk
thing,
people.
you
I
lose
could
all
care
your
less.
focus, my
Like,
nigga.
I
You
honestly
get
could care
so
less.
nervous that you
You're
can't
just being
fucking
weird.
debate.
You
You
claim that
start
you're an
shaking in
adult,
your
but all
fucking
you're
pussy
doing
boy
is
poop,
yelling right now.
pushing in your
All you're
shit the
doing is
whole time
yelling.
because my
I
presence is
don't
frustrating.
care. You're being
You're trying
weird.
to say I'm
You're
irrelevant.
being
Every single
weird.
nigga in this
You're
bitch wanted me
being
in here, bro. bro.
I don't
But you're a lame ass
care.
nigga. All
I
you're
don't
saying is,
care. You're lame, Arrow. You're
Arrow,
lame.
you're
You
weird.
don't care.
But you
You're
can't
disgusting.
find
No
the
one
fucking
cares.
balls to
You're
just sit here
weird.
and talk
You
to me,
don't
nigga.
care
If
about
you
you
don't
being
want to
angry
talk to me,
anymore.
nigga,
It
this
doesn't
is the
matter.
call.
It doesn't matter
This
about you
is the
being
call that
mad.
I
You
was
don't
in.
care.
I
This
came
isn't the
down
Arrow
here.
show.
Look, they
This
got a
isn't the
whole
Arrow
fucking
show.
chat for
This
you up top.
isn't
They got
the
a whole
Arrow
stage,
show.
nigga.
We
They're
don't
waiting for
care.
your faggot
You
ass to
keep
go up
getting
there.
mad.
And you're not
You're
gonna
just a
go up
little
there because you want
crazy
to sit
little
here and
child.
swap spit
right?
with some
I'm
other
just
nigga
getting mad.
online, bro. You're
You're
spitting in
getting
your
mad
microphone,
because I'm
loud
over
as fuck for
talking
no
you.
reason, just
Getting
loud, Mike.
mad because I'm
That's
over
it.
talking you. How does
That's
that work?
it.
You just
All
tried to
you
over
do is
talk
loud
me
like a snake,
because I
bro.
answered your question. You're mad
You
because
can't
I
have a
answered your
conversation.
question.
You
You
can't sit
suck.
here and talk,
You
bro.
don't
You're not good
care.
enough. You're
We
terrified.
don't
You're so
care.
nervous.
You're not
You're
good.
too
You care
scared of
about
me, bro. You're
Discord.com
too
clout.
scared. You
As
know
if
I'm
you
better than
care
you,
about that stuff.
Archimedes.
We
I'm
don't
sitting
care.
here
You said
calling
you're
you out.
better
I'm
than me?
saying I'm
You
better
said
than
you're
you.
better than
I'm
me?
better than
How
you.
about you come and
I'm better
actually
than you.
mic up? How about
I'm
you
better
mic
than
up to me, Arrow
you.
Flame?
I'm
How about
mic'd
you
up
mic
right
up to
now,
me,
nigga.
Arrow
You're loud
Flame?
miking.
You
All you're
are
doing is trying
miking
to yell
up.
into your microphone. If
All
you're
right.
better than me, let's debate right now.
All right.
How
Debate
about
Arrow
that?
right
Let's
now,
debate right
Archimedes.
now.
Debate Arrow. Debate Arrow.
Let's debate right now.
Sure,
Debate
we can
Arrow.
debate right now.
Yeah,
Yo,
let's debate right now.
All right.
What
I'll
do
make
you
a
want
to debate
stage.
on?
I'll make a stage.
We can do, let's see.
I'll make a stage.
We can do philosophy. I heard you
I
do
don't debate
veganism, right?
philosophy.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. You do
I don't
veganism.
debate
You
philosophy.
were doing veganism the other day. That's a cap.
Is veganism philosophy? I debate the
Yeah,
morality
that's
of
the
veganism.
philosophy of applied
I debate
ethics.
the morality of veganism.
Morality is within meta ethics. This is entailed by philosophy, Arrow Flame.
See, now look at you. This is why I don't like debating IRL.
I don't
You're
care.
all
Don't get mad because I just expose you. So answer my question and can you debate on veganism? Move Jester down. I'm not talking to him.
Okay.
Well, just move Jester down, bro. Thank
Look,
you.
chill.
All right,
You didn't have to like
let me
yell at
calm
it.
down my mic. Let me calm down my mic. Right. Let me just do that for him. Right. I'm respecting. Let me calm down my mic. Let me do this. Right. All right. And we're good.
Oh, he
He's
calmed down
going
his
down in
mic.
VC.
He calmed down his mic.
He said he couldn't. Wait. Oh, did somebody drag him?
Hold on. Oh, Arrow's mic doesn't work on stage. Okay, go back to.
Just drop down. Yeah, just drop down. Just drop down.
Okay. So Aeroflame, you just said you wanted to debate. Yes or no?
This nigga's already
Yes
loud.
or no?
I'm not finna go into this yes or no bullshit with you, pussy ass nigga. Let's pick a topic. I told you I don't debate philosophy, and you're still loud miking and yelling in my ear. Calm your shit down. Calm your shit down, because your mic is literally peaking, my nigga. Calm down. Calm down.
All right, so hold on.
You're
just relax,
peaking,
right?
bruh.
Relax.
You're doing too much.
Relax. Okay, so
You're
listen.
doing too much, my nigga.
All right, calm down, okay?
You're doing
Archimedes.
too much,
All right, calm down.
Archimedes.
Arrow,
You're doing